All right, so here's a quick one for a Monday, and we're going to cover order of operations right here. In order of operations, you have to remember that there are certain things we have to talk about. P, E, M, D, A, S is an acronym that we use to describe order of operations. Parentheses, we want to do those first. We want to do anything inside parentheses first. So like in number 2, we want to do 4 plus 3. In number 4, we want to do 3 minus 2. In number 5, we have multiple operations. We want to do what comes first, left to right in parentheses. Then we want to do exponents, multiplication and division from left to right, always from left to right. Addition and subtraction, lastly, from left to right. We always want to do that. What I did in class is I picked a couple of these. I said, hey, which one of these do you think are the most difficult? Because if we can do the most difficult, we can do the easier ones. Well, everybody always picks 9 and 10. You know what? I'm going to avoid 9, and I'm going to look at number 10, and then we'll pick another one. We'll pick 4. Let's start with 4 first, all right? Because I kind of let the cat out of the bag. When you do this, have organization to what you're doing. Do something and rewrite. Do something and rewrite. What I like to say is get the funnel effect on, because as you're doing your work, your problem becomes less and less and less until you arrive at that answer. That's basically what I'm saying. So you'll see that as we do the work. The first thing I'm going to do is 3 minus 2, which is 1. So I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem like so. I did the parentheses. Now what's next? You might think, oh, 2 plus 2. Well, that's logical because it's 2 plus 2. I got all my multiplication and division left because I did parentheses and I don't see any exponents. Multiplication and division is what's next and I don't see any. But there actually is. Anytime you see a negative out in front of the parentheses like this, that's like saying -1. So yes, there is a -1 there. So I'm going to rewrite the 2 plus the 2, and then I'm simply going to ditch the parentheses because now I did the multiplication. Now I can go ahead and do addition and subtraction from left to right in the order that appears. 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, and there's my answer. And yes, there's your funnel. You're saying, well, gee, I can do a lot of this in my head. Yeah, you can, but you know what? You should be able to pick this problem up at any particular point, wherever you're at in any of your steps, and pick up where you left off. A lot of you don't want to do that, and as a result, you get to kind of here and somebody bugs you, now you got to go back up and start all over. And especially when the problems get complex like number 10. Here, we're going to do this one. And it gets pretty messy for you. So 6, remember the x is times. I have 6 plus 1 minus 4. Well, I'm going to do 6 plus 1, which is 7, minus 4 times 3 minus 3. I did one thing. I still have parentheses. 6 times 7 minus 4 is 3 times 3 minus 3. Now I have multiplication. What do I do? Well, gee, from left to right. 6 times 3 is 18. I can ditch the parentheses, times 3 minus 3. So what's next? Well, I still have multiplication, so 18 times 3. I have to do 18 times 3. If you're not sure, get a calculator, do some doodles off to the side. 4, carry the 2, that's a 5, so that's 54 minus 3. And 54 minus 3 is equal to, my sideways smiley face is my therefore, that's just my notation, is equal to 51, and I circle my answer. You can progressively see what comes next every single time. All right, so work on the rest of these and speak with your teacher about the answers.